What's up, y'all? It's the Rod Bros here with a breakdown of the UFC Fight Pass 6 Invitational. To start it off, I had a lot of compliments about my mullet. As you can see, it's coming in nicely. Some of the commentators called it a Mississippi mud flap, which was great, a Louisiana landslide, an Alabama backdoor. I think that's about it. How'd yours go? Any cool compliments?
Nah, I think I'm gonna have to braid my hair though next time I compete. Get cornrows or something because it was getting in the way.
Cornrows.
Yeah, we'll see how I look with that.
Just like and subscribe already.
All right, let's start with your match. How'd your match go?
My match went pretty well. Regulation time, just spent the majority of the time just pressure, trying to pass. Eventually, he just got so exhausted that by the time overtime came, he was standing with me, and I hit the duck under, which was smooth and clean, but he literally just like flopped over to the side. Like he was just standing there waiting for something to happen, and then just like so that was pretty easy, like an easy takedown.
I think a lot of the jiu-jitsu guys, they're so accustomed to break falling that they just don't sprawl. They either attack front head when you shoot or break fall, which is like you're just giving up the takedown.
Whatever it was a disgrace. But yeah, got the takedown, hit another row drag pass, took back, hit an arm trap that I was working on, so I'm happy with that, and then strangled him.
So right after your match, you had a phenomenal call out, a great display of articulation of words. We found out that whatever makes diamonds, that's what you're made out of.
Yeah, that
right?
Pressure stuff. Yeah, he said something about pressure, and I was like, yeah.
Like, I don't know, under pressure into just, I don't know, whatever makes diamonds, that stuff. That's the good stuff.
You mean pressure makes diamonds? Is that what you were trying to say? Very nice.
I was really just focusing on what I was going to say when it came time for the call out.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's hard to like answer that question and like write the fucking or think of the words that were going to come out right after that. I don't know. There's a lot going on. I was also trying to catch my breath.
Yeah.
As well as, I don't know, just stay composed.
Something I learned when I went to the WWE tryouts is that regardless of the question, it's all about the answer. So like whatever they ask you, you just say what you're already going to say ahead of time, and it doesn't matter what they ask you.
Disregard the question.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Like I'll answer like when I did the Gordon call outs and stuff, like they asked me a first question like oh, good job out there.
Yeah.
I'll say thank you, and then the next question comes and I'm just going to say like exactly whatever. Yeah. So the second question is I
remember one of them, they asked you about the arm bar, and you were like, yeah, this, that. But what I really came here for.
Yeah.
I was like, that's good. Yeah. That's good. Write that down.
Yep, for sure. Let's see. Your hair looked phenomenal when you're doing your duck. I like your little fake to the right, go to the left.
Yeah, misdirection. People are calling it a super duck. I don't know if that's what it's called, but whatever it is, it works. So
people don't really use the 10-finger grips in wrestling too much.
No.
But jiu-jitsu, it's like...
Yeah, because people like to fucking interlock fingers and just like stay there. They like to like stall and shit.
It's like if you watch like wrestlers that don't know how to wrestle, like first 2 years of wrestling, you'll see a lot of that. But I guess that's a lot of jiu-jitsu guys trying to wrestle. They don't do much.
I guess, yeah.
So you got your submission, which was great. I did not get a submission, which was quite sad. I also burned maybe 1,000 calories in 15 minutes, which was... I had a high work rate.
For sure.
Right? Definitely had a high work rate, was moving the entire time, attacking it the entire time. Obviously, I have things to work on. Like, I have to get better at controlling opponents, like... once I do pass guard, side control, or whatever. So I was a bit disappointed about my ability to control Roberto once we're on the ground. I did a better job this time, like when our second match in UFC Fight Pass, when I was on top of Roberto Jimenez, he stood up pretty much right away. which was not good. But this time I was able to keep head over head and keep him down, and so I could pass guard and stuff. And whenever I got past, he like forced turtle, which is a great reaction for avoiding points. And like that's kind of a reaction I go to. You know, if I get my guard pass, I'm gonna turtle stand up, which is I think that's better than kind of conceding to bottom side control or whatever.
For sure,
so Roberto Jimenez has a gas tank on him. We both do. You know, we both do. There's really two kinds of people out there when you get tired. People that get tired and concede, and people that get tired and just keep going. And I just kept going, as did Roberto. I remember like I'm like overtime hits, right? We're 5 minutes of overtime left, and I heard him like for the first time like breathing. Usually he's just all nose breathing, and the first time I heard him breathe through his mouth, I was tired, but then I heard him breathing, huffing and puffing a little bit. I was like, all right, this is like kind of gives you motivation, gives you like a neurological boost hearing your opponent get tired, because you're like, all right, we're both
human.
in.
He's human.
He's human, right? He's human.
Yeah, I when it was time for overtime, they like stopped us and wanted to give us a 1 minute break in between regulation and overtime. And he was like, all right, the ref was like, all right, go back to your corners, we'll give you guys a minute, and then we'll come back for overtime. And I was like, let's go right now.
Yeah, your opponent said
and
no.
I specifically said it like while he was walking by me so he could hear me.
Yeah.
But the ref just told me, he was like, no, go to your corner.
Dude, that stuff breaks your opponents, man.
It definitely makes a difference.
Like, it's definitely important to get them tired physically, but if you can find a way to like mentally dig at them, it makes it all the better.
Yeah, it fucks with them. What do you think you could have done better to get the sub?
Yeah, there's a certain point when I got to his back, I had like a inside almost body triangle, like a shallow, like maybe foot in the calf. Yeah. And
you did a good job of unlocking that.
Well, you know, I was the one that separated my shallow triangle, because I thought he was going to like trying to overlace and apply pressure towards the ankle. Like you can like, you know, if somebody has a shallow body triangle, you can kind of break the foot a little bit or cause some damage. So I undid it like kind of preemptively to avoid any pressure, but I don't think I was in the correct angle to get pressure on my ankle. So if I could go back, I would keep that shallow body triangle and then probably roll him to the other side so I can get topside body triangle and then chase a submission. But I do remember when we had EBI overtime match that he had great like back defense, and you know, I mean, he's a black belt world champion, his weight class, and
well-rounded.
Super well-rounded. But it's an opponent I can submit, man. I mean, if you score the whole match from beginning to end, I probably scored like 10, 15 points from like takedowns and back takes. And
it's not a points match though.
Yeah, I know, but I like to count. I keep an internal score.
Also, the Darce was super, super deep.
Darce was definitely on, and I was definitely tired.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I got this Darce. And I had to make a split-second decision, like, do I send this thing and try to put him out? And then I was also thinking, like, fuck, if I send it and I don't get it, I'm fucking tired. I really should have just committed to it.
I think you should have.
Because even if I get absolutely exhausted, I'd rather die than stop. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, you're not going to stop.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop.
Like, you would have been fine regardless.
Yeah, I should have committed to the Darce because it was most definitely locked up in the proper way, and it was just me. I just let it go because I was like, "Fuck, I wasn't confident if I had enough juice to squeeze there." Yeah. Fuck, that was kind of soft of me, to be honest. I mean, let's not do that again.
Yeah, that was gay.
That was pretty gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I could go back, I body triangle wise, I would do a better job getting a topside body triangle and chasing the rear naked choke. Darce was locked up. I should have just sent it, fully squeezed that thing. Even if I had 10, 20 seconds squeezing me, it would have been enough. And then we were in a crucifix position, and he was able to slip his secondary arm out and kind of create a scramble from there. But I think I'm pretty good from crucifix. I should get better there because I found myself there with Yuri, found myself there with Roberto. So a crucifix position is something I'll look to work on.
Yeah.
Also, he's able to enter legs on me. I I don't know. I have to review that. I don't know exactly. Maybe I was doing like a bad job of high stepping or going side to side, so it was the enter legs.
I don't even know what the entry was.
Yeah, I think we just like did a little inversion from like a mistake I made high stepping, and he's able to enter legs, and he got to a good position, but I was able to counter, you know, like a backside kind of toe hold counter, and we got to the leg to the toe hold shootout, and I did get some pops. You know, I popped his foot pretty well. I heard it was they had to like pretty much carry him to the back. He had a good limp going on.
Did you take any damage?
Nope, no damage at all, but fuck, I just wish I was able to break that foot. It's pretty hard to break somebody sometimes.
Like actually, break someone to the point where they can't continue grappling.
Yeah,
that's hard.
It's pretty hard.
That's
yeah,
hard.
like we worked on toe holds pretty much the day after the comp back here in Austin, and you know, got a few more details. I understand that I should use my body, like my core and my lats, more than my arms of like pushing and pulling the toe hold. So like bring it to my chest and allow my core and my lats to do the rotating and breaking as opposed to like my extremities, you know what I mean? And fuck, that was it. I mean, we moved a lot. Like we were active the entire time. It's like I knew going into the match that it was going to be a cardio heavy match. But something I was thinking about, I was really, after the match, I was pretty mad at myself for not sticking to my game plan. My original game plan was to go out there, entangle legs, and leg lock him early on. And the second he stepped into my guard, I just wrestled up. It was like somebody else took control of me. And it was just reactions were happening. No longer, I wasn't really like processing like, oh, all right, invert, entangle legs. It was just like step into guard, reaction. So I have to do a better job of, if I want the leg lock, of building those leg entanglement reactions, so I don't just wrestle up. Wrestling up is great, and but man, I really want to start subbing people. So we're working on it.
Yeah, submission is very satisfying.
It's like,
speaking of submission,
yeah.
Craig Jones.
What can we say about Craig Jones? I wish that Craig had a very intensive camp and I wish he worked hard and earned this submission, but he just kind of like, he came to Austin for 2 days from being away for 6 months, and then shows up to a competition against one of the best grapplers in the world and leg locks the guy in 2 minutes. It's absurd. He was doing like he was drilling like these entries that I've absolutely never seen before. I'm like, Craig's one of those guys that he can do things, he can manipulate his body where just like technique is great, but he just moves so awkwardly, so hard to train for.
He can do things that a lot of other people cannot do. Like he has moves that he shows us and we're like, I can't do this.
I can't fold my body.
What do you mean, mate? You can't do it. He has Craig Jones moves, and that was, I guess that was one of them. Just, it's so simple. Like, you know he's gonna go for legs.
Yeah,
he still can't defend it.
He's built like Steph Curry, but moves like a ballerina. It's pretty weird. So, yeah, Craig Jones. Was that a heel hook you got, right? Inside heel hook.
Heel hook, yeah.
2 minutes. What can we say?
Yeah, there's not much to break down for that one.
He needs to. I wish he was here more. If he was here more, I could learn his ways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he. When's the next time we're gonna see him?
Breaking news, everyone. Lovato has not been heel hooked since 2011 by Paul Harris. That guy. So it's been over a decade. Holy shit. Wow, that's a very long time. Fucking Craig Jones.
About half your age. You were 10 at that time.
Yeah, fuck.
Great fact. He knows this because he did tons of research leading up to, right? Paul Harris is also a guy that got kicked out of UFC for getting a knee bar and not letting it go.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
He's scary.
He's
big Brazilian.
Big, wide Brazilian.
Yeah.
Gary Tone had an awesome match with him. They're just nonstop scrambles.
Craig had a match with him.
Craig sub him?
It was the most boring match in jiu-jitsu history.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So for B Team Jiu-Jitsu, Las Vegas was an absolute blast. We competed at UFC Fight Pass 6 Invitational. We scrapped, went 3 for 3, 2 submissions, 1 win via points. Also prior to the match, I had probably the best spicy wontons I've ever had in my life. Handmade wontons at this place called Spicy Noodle or Magic Noodle in Las Vegas, which Jay got to miss out, but yeah. Also, we've been on this like rotisserie chicken and olive diet. It tastes great.
Good for you.
I think it's pretty good for me. I lowered my cholesterol like 30, 40 points or something like that, eating those olives with the monounsaturated fat. So blood work's slightly cleaner. I had Damien try my olive and chicken diet. He said he couldn't stop pooping afterwards, so I don't know, maybe he's got a weak stomach.
We definitely have to add fiber to...
Bro, olives have fiber.
Nah, it's more fat than anything else.
Check out all the behind-the-scenes footage in the B Team vlog, B Team Jiu-Jitsu on YouTube. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe, buy the merch, Foxcatcher Jiu-Jitsu, and all of our cool B Team merch. Subscribe to the B Team at some Meta, and enjoy all the quality content. Am I missing anything? Comment. We appreciate comments. Let us know what you like. Drop in the comments. Maybe just give us a thumbs up, or maybe give us some criticism, what you want to see. Who's your favorite B Team character? Besides Craig. Craig doesn't count.